And welcome back to Ray's Honest Airgun Reviews. In this episode, we're going to be reviewing a well-renowned pellet that has won a lot of competitions over the years, competitions even. It's been out for a very, very long time. It's the flagship of the company's Pellet, I believe. So this week's episode is going to be all about the JSB Exact. Now, we're going to try these through the normal. We're going to do a BSA barrel, we'll do a HW barrel, and we'll do an airguns barrel. So we've got 3 different barrels to try it through this week again, and this is the 4.52 head size. So let's get into the action, and we'll try it 30 and 40 yards. So these come in tins of 500, and the average weight is an 8.44 grain. So let's put 5 pellets on the scales and see if it does actually come out at 8.44 grains. So first, obviously, glance at the pellets as well. You know, they are quite a clean pellet. They do look all right. I have seen, obviously, I've used JSB quite a lot for for hunting and for shooting the course. You do find a few disformed skirts in the tin, I'm not going to lie. That's probably the only downfall of JSB over something like a QYS. The quality of the pellet isn't quite up there with QYS, I believe. That's my just little opinion on that. Some people might think differently. But let's go for 5 pellets. So 8.4, bang on. Nine. That's very heavy, that one. .4. 8.8. And 8.6. So there is quite a big variation in them. But, you know, I think everything we've actually tried, every pellet we've tried has all been different weights. They've not exactly been bang on. You probably get, if you did actually weigh them all, if you could be bothered to do that, you probably have 4 or 5 different tins of different weights of them. So now we've weighed them, let's get the first rifle out. We're going to try it with a BSA, the BSA Wilderness, and let's have 5 shots and see how we get on at 30 yards. So just load the magazine up. After a few requests as well, guys, I have actually splashed out, and I've got a camera coming for the target's downrange, so you can actually see me. Obviously see me shooting, and I'll also put it picture in picture in the frame as well with the video, that you'll be able to see obviously the targets as they're getting hit, and you'll be able to see the grouping live as well. So yeah, hope you're all going to enjoy that. Right then, so that's the Wilderness magazine loaded. Let's have 5 shots and see how we get on. Right, so that's 5 shots with the BSA Ultra CLX Pro Wilderness Edition. Now we'll get the HW110 out, and we'll give that 5 shots at 30 yards and see how we get on with that. Right, so now we'll get the HW110, give that a go down at 30 yards down the range and see how we get on. So let's have a quick go with this. 5 shots at 30 yards again. Right, so that's 5 shots with the HW110. Now we'll get the HFT 500 out and give that 5 shots at 30. Right, now we'll give the HFT 500 a go at 30 yards with the JSB Exacts. 5 shots once again. So we've got a lovely day down at Camelot today. There's hardly any wind. The windsock's like literally down. So we should have some really good true groupings for you today, hopefully. Right, and that is 5 shots with the HFT 500. So what we'll do now is we'll continue on with the test, and we'll do it out at 40 yards now. We'll carry on with the HFT because obviously we've still got on the bench, and then we'll start swapping back. So let's go out to 40 yards and see what kind of grouping we get at 40. So I'll have to I will adjust. No, I'm not going to adjust actually. I'm just going to dead on with this because the reticle isn't as good as what I like normally to adjust myself with this one. Right, so that's 5 shots done at 40 with the HFT 500. Now we'll swap back over to the 110 and see what kind of groupings we get the 110 at 40 yards. Right, now we've got the H110 on the table. Let's give this a go at 5 shots at 30 yards. And I'm just going to fire that shot off because I know I've just double loaded that by accident. So that's that one done. Let's do it again. All right, so that's 5 shots with a HW110. Now we'll flip back over to the BSA and see what the BSA barrel's like with them. Now we'll try the Wilderness at 40 yards with the JSB Exacts. See what kind of grouping we'll get with this. Right, so that's 5 shots with the Wilderness, and right, we'll bring in the targets and see how we got on. So the results for the JSB Exact Star Blows, I'm not going to lie, these, they are a great pellet and through a lot of different barrels, as it shows here. That BSA called hammer forged barrel likes him. That was me. I'm not going to lie, that was a flyer. I know I did that, but yeah, little finger again. I'm going to have to start getting a 5p when I do these guys because obviously to give you a true resemblance, I suppose. HW110, yeah, that's great. That'll probably go under, thumb width again. Air arms, yeah, you know, what can I say? That HFT 500 doesn't seem to have a fussy barrel on it whatsoever. So that's the 30-yard review. Let's get into the 40. 40 is just the same. The BSA, you know, that happy all day long at that. I know a guy down at the club that loves BSAs, Mr. Foster, so he's going to enjoy that group in there. The 110, not so much down at 40 yards. It's started to open up a bit as well. And the HFT 500, that's still, you know, really good grouping as well. I've got, maybe that might have been me, but yeah, I'd be happy with that. But overall, I think that the BSA, that Cole Hammer Forge barrel, and the Wolfer barrel on the HFT, both love it. I don't know about the HW110 yet. 30 yards, 40 yards, you might have a little bit of a problem with it, but it's not too bad. You know, it's quite acceptable. Maybe that's still a kill in a rabbit's head for me. That these pellets, marks out of 10, they're going to get a 9 all day long. And the reason why they didn't get a 10 from me is because you do get them damaged skirts in the tin sometimes as well. So you might get probably 20 or 30, probably maybe a few more damaged skirts in the tin, which JSB could probably sort out with a bit more quality control. And yeah, I mean, like I said before, I've used these for hunting. I still do use them for hunting, and I've used them also for target shooting quite a lot through some of my rifles. It tends to be through, you know, through the handshots mainly, and then also I do believe that I use them through the Griffin, the last HFT that comp that I did down when we shot the Camelot's Extreme course. So yeah, thanks to JSB, you know, really good pellet, renowned, you know, company for doing, you know, the breed of the pellet and the quality, you know, of the pellet and things like that. Very accurate, very accurate. So yeah, that's all I've got to say about the JSBs. They get a good solid 9. Could have been a 10. So possibly sort that out, JSB, and you'll get a 10 from me. Thanks again, guys, for watching. It really does help the channel. I really do appreciate you watching these pellet tests and the gun reviews that I do since I did my leg. You know, getting quite a lot of views on them, which, you know, really does help the channel out and also helps Camelot's Airgun Club and everything else like that. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the weekend for another rifle review. So cheers, guys.